Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? What a fabulous crowd. Well, I should have expected it with this landmark property we're offering you today. My name is McCarthy, and I welcome you on behalf of our vendors for attending our auction here today. I'm going to treat with the contract. There is some detail in it, but I'll keep it as brief as I can. I will give you an opportunity to ask any questions you might have. I'd like to say a few words about the property we're offering you here today for your bidding, and then I'll call for your bidding. The contract of sale of real estate. The general conditions are in the standard printed form, and the usual nominee clause applies. The particulars of sale, we the vendor's agents Woodards offer for your bidding under volume 118, 578 folio 1. The land together with any improvements known as Salamanca Place Silo Site, 1 Castray Esplanade, Hobart. Together with all chattels, fixed floor coverings, window furnishings and electric light fittings, they normally apply generally to the outbuildings, of course. For a price to be determined here today, payable by a deposit of 10% on the signing hereof, and the balance to be paid 120 days from today's date. The property is offered with vacant possession of the majority of the site and subject to 2 monthly tenancies on the ground floor of the office building. Special conditions include the usual identity clause, the guarantee clause, the deposit clause, and they've been on display. However, I will deal with the bidding clause in case, although you're fairly used to bidding at these sort of properties, I would expect, in case you've not bid before. Subject to the reserve price, the highest bidder whose bid is accepted by the auctioneer will indeed be the purchaser. If any dispute arises concerning the bidding, then I, as the auctioneer, will either decide the dispute or resubmit the property at the last undisputed bid. Once a bid is made, it shall not be retracted, and I'll determine the maximum or minimum amounts by which the bidding may be advanced. The vendor reserves the right to make 1 or more bids either personally by their agent or representative, or to withdraw the property from sale at any time before it's been knocked down and without disclosing the reserved price. The section 32, the meat of it, the vendor's statement, details the services to the property. They've been on display. The outgoings, well, they're shown on the brochures that you're all holding there. The tenancy details. The ground floor of the office building is currently leased to 2 tenants on a monthly basis at a gross rental of $440 per calendar month. Mark, it is a monthly basis. A signage agreement is currently in place with Claude Neon Proprietary Limited. However, that agreement will be terminated on completion of the sale, so it represents no threat to you. There are no proposals on the property, encumbrances. The HEC substation is inset into the northwest corner of the site and does not form part of the title. The Hobart City Council has right of access over a 2-metre wide strip of land, only 9 metres long, and that's on the Castray Esplanade frontage. There is a third. A tunnel presently extends from the silo site to the wharf under Castray Esplanade. If you as the buyer wanted to make use of that tunnel, then you would have to enter into separate negotiations with the Marine Board of Hobart. No building approvals have been sought. The zoning, the land is zoned mixed use on the Battery Point planning scheme, and of course you'd have knowledge that in fact that the permitted uses include local service and light industry. Discretionary uses include such things as private residence, home occupation, residential business, visitors accommodation, hotel industry, specialist service and general services. So there's a wide range of uses subject to town planning permit. A site contamination report is indeed in this section 32 and shows no significant contamination whatsoever, save for the asbestos cement sheet roofs and walls to the workshop and garage. The improvements on the property, located on the site of 4 grain silos, a 2-storey office building, a 2-storey workshop, a garage and concrete paved access and parking areas. The site is regular in shape with a broken frontage of approximately 84.7 metres to the south side of Castray Esplanade, an alternate frontage of 95 metres to the north side of Salamanca Place, and a further frontage to a road linking Castray Esplanade and Salamanca Place of 24.14 metres, a total area of approximately 2,301 square metres. There, I've done it. That's section 32. And there's nothing in that should cause you any concern whatsoever. And I know that quite a number of you have investigated this. You've had our contracts, you've had them for a number of weeks, you've had your planning people, you've had your financial experts, you know what the bottom line is. However, I give you an opportunity, again I say to you 10% deposit, balance in 120 days. I give you an opportunity to ask any questions you might have.
Mr. Auctioneer, over here, I have a question for you. Up here?
Oh, yes, sir.
In relation to the tunnel, I know you did mention something about it, but can you tell me if the Marine Board will give some warranty to me as purchaser in relation to matters in respect to flooding and any other legal liability?
No, I can't give you such a warranty, sir. I can't give you such a warranty. My experience in talking with my present vendor is that they have not had an occasion since it was first built in 1958 of flooding. But I cannot give you a warranty. I would expect you to make your own investigations, notwithstanding the fact that if you want to use the tunnel, you would have to enter into separate negotiations with them anyway. And at that time, that's the time to exercise an option for a warranty. But thank you for your question. Any other further questions, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'm here to help you. I don't want to have anyone with any confusion at all before we commence ours. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got no questions, then I'd like to say a few words about the property we offer you here today. And I'd like to open by saying to you, position, potential, and passion. No one can take that away from what we offer you here today. Let me explain. I know that you know that the optimum use for this property is to keep the silos here, to keep them. And I've seen plans for 42 apartments, for penthouses, for shops, for restaurants, all embraced in this magnificent building. And of course, if you were to pull it down, then I understand the restriction is you could only build a 3-storey. So you'd lose the options for all of those magnificent views. Now, I know that the optimum use, and you know is, that you'd retain it. And I do expect that's what will happen. Let me tell you a bit of the history and the background of that brilliant building. Well, brilliant. It was built in 1958. It was absolutely deemed a blot on the landscape. Well, I didn't say that, but everyone... There was a furore amongst the people when it was built. An absolute blot, they said. Do you know it's the tallest building in Hobart, or was, up until the time they built the casino? So it's still the second tallest building in Hobart. You have an opportunity when you buy this property, you have an opportunity to erase that blot. You can dress this property. You can make it sympathetic to the fabulous historic environs that you're in. You have that opportunity. Lifestyle, you know, has come full circle. The inner area of old Hobart Town, as this is, has once again become the business and indeed the cultural centre of Hobart. Restoration and renovation are going on everywhere, and integrity is being maintained when they're doing this restoration and renovation to the houses and to the buildings that surround us, as they have done over years. You know, there are over 100 residential apartments on the planning board, having been built or are being built, 100 residential apartments in and around here at 4 strategic sites surrounding the site. But indeed, I could talk about the quarry or down at the pier. The reality is that they will never, never, never offer the fabulous views that this property will, but they'll support people coming in. And indeed, what they have and this property will have is Mount Wellington as a backdrop, and the Derwent River virtually in your front garden. Location, well, you're in the Salamanca precinct in the Hobart CBD. You're right in the CBD, rubbing shoulders with Parliament House. Not that we all want to do that. It's a world-renowned tourist destination with local and international recognition. There are two preeminent, you know, in the world there are two preeminent water frontage environments. And they are Sausalito in San Francisco Bay, and of course the rocks in Sydney. And here soon to become is the third most preeminent water frontage environment. That indeed will be the silos on Sullivan's Cove, Old Hobart Town. They all have some things in common: history, location, water frontage, and potential, only limited by your imagination. The Waterfront Society, that's what you're coming into. The Waterfront Society. I want you to go back. It's 1850s, the boom time. And you can just see the hustle and bustle. People moving up and down Salamanca Place and around Parliament Square in their throngs. You've got the ship chandlers, they're plying their trade, and the bond stores. 3- and 4-mast schooners slipping in to port, coming down bearing their loads from East Africa, cocoa beans to be delivered here. And now what have you got? Arts, crafts, market stalls, restaurants, a vibrant, colourful waterfront society again. Again, I give you Mount Wellington as your backdrop. And indeed, the Derwent River virtually in your front garden. Ladies and gentlemen, you must bid with confidence knowing that. I'm in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in your hands, I'm here to sell. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen...
excuse me.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
English not good. By ground politics?
I beg your pardon?
My ground is punished.
Your ground is punished.
Yeah. My ground is punished.
I'm sorry, but have you got an interpreter?
Friend.
Yes, go ahead. Give him the microphone. I'm sure he knows what to talk about. Thank you for your question.
All my friend wants to know, does the grain stay? Does the grain stay? My ground is punished.
Oh, the pallets. Did they
No. Does the grain stay?
The grain stay.
Does the grain stay?
No, the grain won't stay, sir. In fact, they are absolutely guaranteeing you vacant possession. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your question. Ladies and gentlemen, we get down to the serious part, and I want to say to you that I will not be referring. I will not be referring, ladies and gentlemen. Don't expect me to talk to the vendor, wander over the street or something. I'm not referring. I am not here to waste your time. I am going to auction the property. You're all very serious contenders, both from interstate and from international buyers that I know are looking to buy this property. You all are experienced in your bidding. I give you that opportunity, but I remind you, I am going to knock the property down if I'm at a price at which I can sell, or you will, if you're the last bidder, you will have owned the right to have an exclusive dealing at the reserve. I'm in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody give me a start. Come on, after all that, surely give me a start.
500.
500. Thank you, sir. My bid. $1 million. On behalf of the vendor, I'll bid $1 million. I'll bid $1 million because I want to get it started at the right end, but I thank you for your bid and I hope you come back to me. At $1 million, but I'll make it easy for you. I won't call for 25s. I won't call for 20s. I'm going to give you all a chance. I'll call for 10s. At $1 million, I want 1,010,000. 1,010,000 anyway. 1,010,000. 1,010,000. Can I say 1,010,000? Come on now, don't be shy. You've all been out in the workforce before bidding. At $1 million, I want 1,010,000. Thank you for your bid, sir. At $1,010,000, I have up on the left. At $1,010,000. At $1,010,000, call out to bid. I see there are 4 or 5 agents here. If you're not represented, call your bid out. I'm here to help you. At $1,010,000, I have. At $1,010,000. At $1,010,000 and $1,020,000 there. At $1,020,000, yes, I saw your bid. At $1,020,000 now. At 20 looking for 30. At 30 with the lady in the centre. Thank you. At $1,030,000. Yes, your bid. At $1,030,000 now.
Will you take 5?
No, I'll take 10s at the moment, but I will come back to you. I thank you for your offer. Offer was there. I'll come back to you as soon as if I'm in 5s. At $1,030,000 I have now. 30 looking. 40 I have here. 40 and back at 50. And back at 50. Still with me. At $1,050,000 now. At $1,050,000 looking for $1,060,000. $1,050,000 looking for 60. I'll take your 5 now if you like, sir. That's 60. No, too late. That's 60. But I'll still take your 5. At $1,060,000, yes, I've got it. At $1,065,000 now. 2 of you there. At $1,065,000. 1 of you there. 1 of you there. What about you? Will you come back in? I'm at $1,065,000. At $1,065,000 looking for 70. At $1,065,000, at 70 I have. At 70 call out of it and see. At $1,070,000 now. Exciting, isn't it? At $1,070,000 once. At $1,070,000 twice, surely not. At $1,070,000 looking for 80 anywhere. At 80 I have. New bidder. At $1,080,000 now. At $1,080,000. At $1,080,000 still take your part. I beg your pardon. 1.1. Good bid. That's 1.1, man. You might buy it with 1 bid. Heavens, keep that up. At $1,001,000 I have now. At $1,001,000. The lady holds the bid. At $1,001,000. At $1,001,000 now. At $1,001,000, and I'll still take your 5s if you like. Would you give me 5, sir? How could you miss it for 5 now that you've done all those figures? You've spent money already, for heaven's sake, to get to this part. At $1,001,000 I have, and I'll take 5 from you too if you like, man. No, your husband's saying no too. I guess it's a real done deal, isn't it? At $1,001,000 I have. At $1,001,000 I won't keep you, ma'am. At $1,001,000, if you're a new bidder, now's the time to bid. At $1,001,000, once at $1,001,000. All right, I want to be very clear. I'm going to sell. If there's no further bidding, you'll own it. At $1,001,000 I have, and if there's no further bidding, I will sell the property. I want you to be very clear. At $1,001,000, I just want to be certain, sir. Would you not offer me $2,500? Not 1, I'll take 1,000 if you like. I'll take 1,000. Right, I've got it. At $1,101,000. Got it out. $1,101,000. I'll still take you 1 if you like, man. At $1,101,000, go to sell 1,000 anyway. What about you, man? I gave him a chance, I'll give you a chance. At $1,101,000, once, twice, 3rd and final call. Are you done? Are you finished? Are you silent? Then, ladies and gentlemen, the property.
1.15.
Yes. Oh, it's the gentleman that hasn't got an interpreter. Well done. At 1.15. At 1.15. $1,150,000. That's a big quantum leap to get up there. At $1,150,000. Once, twice. Good bid. Looks like it's yours. 3rd and final call. Hold on. We'll finish. We'll silence. Sold to the gentleman. I thank you all for attending our auction here today.